Well, folks, buckle up. The ride ahead is going to be anything but smooth. It's 2024, and the political roller coaster is back for another stomach-churning ride. The stakes have never been higher, and the atmosphere is charged with anticipation and anxiety. We're talking about the big one, the US presidential election, and guess who's back for a potential encore? The political landscape is buzzing with speculation and debate. You got it, Donald J. Trump. The man who has been a polarizing figure in American politics is once again in the spotlight, stirring up both fervent support and intense opposition. Now, before you say again, or fling your phone across the room, hear me out. This election is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in recent history. The 2024 election is about as high stakes as it gets. Voters are more engaged and divided than ever, and the outcome will have far-reaching implications for the future of the nation. This isn't just about red versus blue, folks. It's about the very direction of the country. The choices we make at the ballot box will shape the policies and priorities for years to come. It's about the very direction of the country. We're standing at a crossroads, and the path we choose will determine our collective future. We're talking about the future of healthcare, the environment, the economy, and so much more. These are issues that affect every single one of us, and the decisions made in this election will have a profound impact. And even basic human rights. Yeah, it's a lot. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome will resonate far beyond the borders of the United States. A Trump win would mean a second term, a chance to solidify his vision for America. His policies and approach have been both praised and criticized, and another term would give him the opportunity to further implement his agenda. A vision that frankly has left many of us with more questions than answers. The uncertainty and division that have characterized his first term are likely to continue, and the nation remains deeply polarized. So grab your antacids, folks, because we're diving deep into the potential outcomes of a Trump victory. The implications are vast, and the debates are heated. It's a time of great uncertainty and high emotions. This is one for the history books, whether we like it or not. The 2024 election will be remembered as a pivotal moment in American history. A time when the nation faced critical choices and navigated through turbulent times. Remember the wall, that towering structure that was supposed to be the ultimate solution to border security? That big, beautiful, totally not a vanity project wall? The one that sparked endless debates and became a symbol of division? Well, dust off your hard hats, folks, because a Trump win might mean a renewed push for that concrete behemoth. Imagine the construction sites buzzing with activity once again, the sound of machinery echoing across the borderlands. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. When it comes to immigration, we're looking at a potential overhaul of the entire system. We're talking potentially stricter border control, changes to legal immigration, and a more aggressive stance on enforcement. The policies could affect millions of lives, from those seeking asylum to families hoping to reunite. And let's be honest, a whole lot of tweets about it. Expect social media to be flooded with updates, opinions, and controversies. But it's not just immigration on the line. Domestic policy could see a major shakeup too. Think healthcare reform again, tax cuts again, and a whole lot of deregulation. Healthcare reform could mean changes to the Affordable Care Act, impacting millions of Americans' access to medical services. Tax cuts might benefit some, but could also lead to debates about economic inequality. And deregulation? That could touch everything from business practices to environmental standards. The aim might be to boost economic growth, but the consequences could be far-reaching. Remember those environmental protections we kind of like? The ones that safeguard our national parks and protected lands? Yeah, those might be on the chopping block too. Policies that took years to implement could be rolled back in a matter of months. The point is, folks, a second Trump term could mean a dramatic shift in how the government operates and interacts with its citizens, both at home and abroad. From immigration to healthcare, from taxes to environmental protections, the changes could be sweeping and profound. It's a future that promises to be as contentious as it is transformative. Remember when foreign policy was like a carefully choreographed dance? Yeah, those days might be long gone. A Trump win likely means a return to America First policies, and that could mean some major shakeups on the world stage. Alliances? Maybe not so much. Trade deals? Get ready for some renegotiations. NATO? Let's just say its future might be a little uncertain. And then there's China and Russia. Will Trump continue his unpredictable dance with these global powerhouses? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. It'll be a wild ride. Buckle up, world, because America's back in the driver's seat, and this time, it's brought a playlist of its own. Section 5, the planet on hold, climate and environmental policies. Let's talk about the environment, folks, because it's kind of a big deal. Remember all that progress we were making on climate change? Yeah, well, a Trump win might put a damper on that. We're talking potentially rolling back environmental regulations, pulling out of international agreements again, and a whole lot of coal. The Paris Agreement, history, the Clean Power Plan, toast. The point is, folks, a second Trump term could have significant and potentially irreversible consequences for the environment. And let's be honest, we only get one planet, so, no pressure. Section 6, Culture Wars 2.0 - Social and Cultural Shifts. Hold on to your hats, folks, because a Trump win could mean round 2 of the culture wars. We're talking about potential changes to education policy, LGBTQ+ rights, and reproductive health care. Think school choice, religious freedom laws, and restrictions on abortion access. It's a minefield of sensitive issues, and a Trump victory could reignite these debates with a vengeance. The point is, folks, a second Trump term could have a profound impact on the social and cultural fabric of America. And for many, the stakes couldn't be higher. Section 7, the economy riding the roller coaster? Ah, the economy. That fickle beast that dictates so much of our lives. What will a Trump win mean for your wallet? Well, it's complicated. On the one hand, Trump's economic policies like tax cuts and deregulation could lead to short-term growth. On the other hand, they could also exacerbate income inequality and increase the national debt. And then, there's the whole post-pandemic recovery to consider. Will Trump's policies help or hinder the economy's ability to bounce back? It's a gamble, folks, and only time will tell whether it pays off. Section 8, a House-divided political and social polarization. Let's be honest, folks, America's been feeling a little divided lately, and a Trump win might just pour gasoline on that fire. We're talking about potential for increased political polarization, social unrest, and a whole lot of yelling at each other on Twitter. Trump's rhetoric and policies have a way of dividing people, and a second term could deepen those divisions even further. The point is, folks, a Trump win could have a significant impact on the social and political climate of the country. And it's not exactly looking like sunshine and rainbows. Section 9, the long game impacts beyond 2028. Here's the thing about presidential elections, folks. They have ripple effects that last long after the confetti's been swept up. And a Trump win in 2024 could have implications that extend far beyond his hypothetical second term. We're talking about potential damage to democratic institutions, erosion of public trust, and a lasting impact on the Republican Party. A second Trump term could fundamentally change the way we view the presidency, the government, and even ourselves. It's a sobering thought, folks, and one that shouldn't be taken lightly. Section 10. The future is now, what happens next? So, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the potential outcomes of a Trump victory in 2024. It's a mixed bag, to say the least. From domestic policy to foreign affairs, from the economy to the environment, a second Trump term could have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit back and let it happen? Or are we going to fight for the future we want? The choice, as always, is ours.